because I did the one with the girls, so I'm gonna give you my tidbit on why guys shouldn't date no girls in the military. Y'all can check that video out as well too. You shouldn't date a military guy because you got long hours, long extensive hours. You know, it's gonna be long working days where you might be drained. You might not get the most out of him as far as on the relationship, especially if you're already kind of locked in and stuff like that. Not to mention, you could be with someone for a little extended period, but guess what happened? Y'all, he ETS, he has to deploy somewhere, and then all that stuff that y'all build in that relationship is out the window for the most part. So a lot of times I've seen girls date a guy, they locked in, but then guess what? He got to leave. And that's the same thing holding about often. So the relationships are kind of hard to like establish for a long term unless y'all officially married, where you can actually move on base where he move at, and y'all can just follow each other around. But no, more times than not, that's never really the case. You shouldn't date a military guy on perspective of, say if they gone for a extended period of time, you know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily on them that's gonna get them married. It's kind of equivalent to like if you like a football player, right? And you in a college town where this off the school you go to, or same with a fraternity, people gonna rock with you just on the strength of that. And if they don't pick the girls in the military, you know what? We got people outside the base that they can choose from that's gonna choose up on them just on the strength of thee being in their uniform. Just like any other like organization, sorority, or whatever that you in, it's gonna be the same thing hold true. However, in the same breath, if you in a base where it's not really military focused, most soldiers are gonna be treated like a regular civilian. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you in Miami or you in like New York or something like that, nobody gonna be like, oh my God, you're military. Oh my God, like I'm gonna fuck you. No, it's not gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be real like they gonna rock with you on the strength of you being a civilian, as opposed to like they just rock with you just on the military strength. Sometimes the military guys will just date you for formality purposes, like I have a wife, I have a kid, and stuff like that. Where, and a lot of times the guys can be very like they don't got no game, they don't really know how to match chicks like that. So I'd rather get a girl that like I'm kind of attracted to, and I know I have something guaranteed back at the crib, versus me being a staff sergeant, sergeant first class, first sergeant, first lieutenant, captain, and I'm out here trying to mingle with all like the soldiers and stuff like that, and then you look kind of crazy because your name out there like trying to mingle, and then you look bad because you ain't got nobody, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got no one locked in. So you kind of be in that, you kind of get a bad your character, it comes into question in certain situations and stuff like that. You don't want your name out there. So I wouldn't date them. I wouldn't date no military guy, in the sense of that's more times than not the formality is reason. Same with a girl, in the sense where some girls will get pregnant to have the baby shower and have a baby but not be a parent. You know what I'm saying? People will have kids just to have a baby but not to be a parent. Same with a relationship. Some will get in a relationship just to say I'm in a relationship, as opposed to being in love with that person, being a better being a family man, starting a family, a legacy, and stuff like that. Some people just like the formality. That's what I mean by formality and stuff like that. So I think, and also too, you here for a good time, not a long time. So more likely you're gonna have a lot of like flings and situationships and stuff like that. Nothing never long-term commitment. So I think that's the biggest thing, is like I wouldn't date you girls shouldn't date a military man, because the likelihood of having something long-term is gonna be very slim to nil, unless you got them married and pinned down with a couple kids. And even with a couple kids, they still gonna be playing the field, I'd say about 7 times out of 10, if they're in a base that has the archetype of women that they like, for sure. If it's not, then they fine. But more times than not, they will play the field, unless they feel like they can't get the girls that they want because they're either too old, or they feel like they're not the most attractive person in comparison to somebody else. And sometimes they probably don't want to put that work in, probably hollering at you, but they probably will on the slide, to either like by leveraging their power, trying to find something in proximity to trying to get you kind of like in an area with them, so they can kind of like slightly throw some stuff at you, or they can just simply just trick on you and stuff like that, spend a little money and take you out a little bit, act like they doing something in good nature and good faith, whole time they're trying to mac at you. So you can take my opinion, take my thoughts on it. That's my opinion why you should not date military men. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the subscribe button. I'm out. Gone.